Okay, let's do question 16. For the polynomial function f, the graph of y is equal to fx in the xy plane passes through the points -5, 1, 0 and 4, 0. Okay, so all the coordinates given are like where y is equal to 0. That is important for us. We have taken this observation that in all the three coordinates, the y coordinate is 0. All the three coordinates pair, the y coordinate is 0. Which of the following must be the vector of fx? Okay, let's stop here, right? And try to understand this last question's concept. What is the concept involved in this question? I'm just getting out of the question. Let's say you have a quadratic equation and you have factorized it. Suppose these are the two factors, right? So how we calculate it? That to find the zeros of the polynomial is actually y is equal to 0. So x plus 5 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So according to property, either x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So x is equal to -5 and x is equal to 1. Now we have done this question in a reverse manner. Here the values are given to us. X is equal to -5, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4. These are the zeros of the polynomial because at these points y is equal to 0. Now I'll do the opposite. So that means x plus 5 is equal to 0, x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now in the next step, again from here to here, I will move here to this step. So x plus 5 and x minus 1 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. So these are the three factors of this polynomial. This is the information we are getting from this question. Now let's check the option. No, this is not x minus 5. This is x plus 5. Here is the trap, This question is so beautifully made that you may think that because this is 4, so x plus 4 and this is -5, so x minus 5. But if you see the whole concept, right, we are just doing the opposite what we have learned. So yes, x minus 1 is there. No. That is a wonderful question. Not one in terms of concept and two in terms of how these options are made. They are here to trick you, right? So be careful. Okay. Question number 17th. X and gx, a table is given. For the linear function g, the table shows 4 values of x and their corresponding values of gx. Okay. The function can be written as gx is equal to mx plus b. Yes, 100%. Where m and b are constants, what is the value of b? Okay, again the second wonderful question. Now, if I need to solve this question, right, I can take three methods. One, we always say, right, that because graphing calculator is given to us, so whenever possible we should use that. But that whenever possible is not perfect here. For example, if I want to try Desmos here, right, the graph which is given to you during the exam, then initially if you see the setup in the Desmos, right, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and -1 and all this, with the difference of 1. But if you see this, right, these are like multiples of 4. So first you have to go to the settings and change this value, right? So this may take a little longer. But once you do that, you will just draw the line from these points, right? And do it. But do you think that if you just mark the points, you can draw a line from it? Again, that is a question. So now we are getting the idea. Though it is a question of graph, using Desmos is not a good idea here. Okay. That means what should we do? We should use the equation. So whenever the points are given, this is our equation, is equal to m x minus x1, right? And then m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So let's say this is y1 and this is y2 and this is x1 and x2. So you will use the values and find the equation of the line. Okay, perfect. That is the second method. But there is one more method which is much more logical than this. Now, if I calculate the slope, okay, that is needed. So y2 minus y1, 28 minus 32 over 2 minus 1, which is 4. So slope is negative 4. But here slope is not asked. What is asked? B. Because again, this is like concept based question. So instead of applying the values here and write the equation and then find the value of b, why not let's do some smart math. So actually b is the y-intercept, right? Now what is happening here? If I go from bottom to top, value is increasing by 4. So value above it will be 36, right? And here the value is decreasing by 1, so that will be 0. So don't you think this 36 is giving me the y-intercept? So this is the smartest way here to solve the question, right? So that means the y-intercept or value of b is 36. We have solved this. But let's continue with this method too. So slope is negative 4. So y minus y1, y minus y1 is equal to negative 4. y2, okay, y1 is 32. Let me tell you one more thing, very important point. Negative 4 x minus 1. So y minus 32 is equal to negative 4x plus 4, adding 32 on both sides, negative 4x plus 36. So this is the proper formula way and this is the logical way, and SCT demands this. Sometimes what you say, oh, paper is very lengthy, it was really lengthy. I was not able to complete that. Believe me, it's never lengthy. You feel it lengthy because this question is demanding a skill and which takes maybe maximum to maximum 1 minute. You are thinking it and applying it. But if you solve it with this method, you will take much more time than this question should take. And then you will find the paper as lengthy. Point number 1. Point number 2. Be careful while you are applying this formula. If you take y1 here, that should be y1 throughout the sequence. It's not this that when you are taking the slope, then you are taking y1 is this or this, whatever is this. But when you are applying the formula, you by mistake take the other one, right? Then your equation will be wrong. Okay, I think I have covered every single point and you have got it.